I'm Allstin, I do voiceover, and let's see what's really behind Samuel, King Novik, and the Marauder's voice. Let's go. We gotta start off with this classic. Check it out.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours,
Okay.
but you must understand.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. So notice he says that he's defiant, he's confident. I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events. He knows they're bad. He's saying they're horrible of these past 24 hours. And then his tone changes. You must understand. Notice he goes from, I am confident you will listen to me. He is driving home his authority, as Samuel Hayden is a very authoritative figure in 2016, saying, you must understand. He's ending it on that declaration. So we hear is very, very confident there. Let's continue and see what next.
Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind.
Look, as he goes down to the person there, our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Notice the emphasis on those words. Our interest, this is us as a whole, a collective, the Argent, the UAC, interest in their world, the demons' world. We're not part of their world. It is their own. We don't want any part of that. That's theirs. Was only for the betterment of mankind. Notice the emphasis he has on a betterment. This will make everything greater. We are going to take full responsibility of all this junk that happened. It's horrible, but it was for the betterment of the people, as the camera pans down to the little guy here. So listen to this. Think about all of the defiance and the power behind his voice right here. Let's check out the next one.
Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes.
Okay, notice he goes to a more quiet, reserved. He's almost doing the compliment sandwich here. He goes defiant, a little reserved, and then back. So things have clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. So he goes from up here, I am confident, you must understand, to yes, I know things aren't what they once were. So notice he has kind of a breathy voice there. Normally we have a breathy voice whenever we are admitting something or talking about defeat, being bummed out, because if you lose the game, just like you just now did, if you're old enough to catch that reference, you'll say, man, I really don't feel good about this. Notice the feel in my voice. It's very airy, very breathy, as opposed to my regular voice here, if you do it like this. So it's like, everything's clearly gotten out of hand now. Yes, I admit that. Yes. Now let's go to the next part. This is the kicker.
But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
Oh, but it was worth the risk, I assure you. So he goes from confident to I'm so sorry, breathy, airy, to I'm confident again, and you will agree with me, but it was worth the risk. All of these things happened was worth that cause. Pause. I assure you. So it would be different if he was like, but it was worth the risk, man, I promise you. But no, but it was worth the risk, I assure you. That pause that he has there is a dramatic pause. Some call it a pregnant pause. And it is shown to, it was worth the risk. Tension building. I assure you. Punching the camera out. This is a great way to start the game. Confident. I am so sorry. Airy. Breathiness. Admittance of fault. I am confident again, just like Samuel's character. Comment with what you think about that intro as we go into this one. Everybody knows it.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure.
King Novik is a very royal speaker. He is not a common man. All of his words are drawn out. They are powerful. They are exaggerated. They are very announced, articulate against all the evil. He's embellishing this. Everything out there. Let's continue.
All the wickedness that mankind can produce.
All the evil, all the wickedness. This sets the tone of Doom Eternal being a more fantasy style game. He's giving this all the evil, all the wickedness. I'm telling a very powerful story to you. This is his kind of voice he has. Does that not fit in with King Novik and the general theme of Doom Eternal, right? The fantastical, over-the-top, wild happenings of Urdak and the Hellish realms. So what we're seeing here, we're establishing this power fantasy of the Doomslayer as all of this stuff that's coming against, he will stop. Let's continue on here.
We will send unto them.
Pause.
Only you.
Ooh, all of these bad things that are happening, we are confident. We are sending onto all of these onslaught. You and only you. This really plays in, like I said, to the power fantasy of the Slayer, saying, only you, we are sending them all. But that's not the final part of the line. Watch.
Rip and tear until it is done.
The final line leading us out into power. Now, I want to take another look at this part real quick here.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure.
He didn't just say that they could summon, that they could conjure, that they could create, that they could come up with. Not just this little bit, that little bit. Literally everything that the Hellish Realm can create and come up with. The Slayer is the only one that will go against it. Combine that meaning and direction behind it with the power of King Novik's fantastical epic voice, and look what you have, the gigantic power fantasy of the Slayer. Like, think about it that way, right? Did you ever look at it that way? Comment, let me know. You know what time it is. Let's listen to the Marauder.
You were never one of us.
The Marauder is a very foreboding, angry character. He has a lot of baggage in his past, and he really is just you can hear that suffering in his voice, right? All of his words are long and drawn out. They're low in tone. He has a lot of pain behind him. He's anger at the Slayer. He's got a lot of resentment in his tone. He says the Slayer was never one of us. But however, the Marauders are actually evil. They're brainwashed, twisted, all that stuff. So really, he's in the wrong here. Of course, the Slayer's not one of them. He's not evil, right? And just listen to that hurt in his voice as we continue.
You were nothing but a usurper.
You were nothing but a usurper. So the Marauder's basically brainwashed into thinking that the Slayer is nothing but a liar and a cheat and someone who tried to take their power, usurp, take that power. And you can, again, hear how low and gravelly the Marauder's voice is here and the anguish that he has and the just passionate hate for the Slayer. You can hear and I want to play this again because I feel like this is something a lot of people miss, okay? Listen to how he says false idol.
A false idol.
He's got a lot of power. False idol, he's saying the Slayer is a fake, but he says a false idol. He's got such power behind that F, that consonant, that a false. He's just really pushing that false, fake, not true, not one of us. Listen to just how much energy he places behind false, but he truly believes that this Slayer is someone who is a threat to all of their existence. A false idol. He's just so much pain and power. As the speech goes on, you can hear him say, I hate this Slayer, I hate it. You can hear it build up, all the tension rising. Whew, man.
My eyes have been opened.
And they literally get open there. My eyes have been opened. I've seen the truth. And he's coming to this point of realization, the Marauder is. He goes from this intense hatred of the Slayer to my eyes are open. I see the truth now and you don't. You see, he now feels victorious and powerful as their battle is about to begin. Let's take a look.
Let me help you to see, Slayer.
Ooh, let me help you to see. So he knows the truth. He is going to help the Slayer see the truth, and by defeating him in battle, bringing him over to his side is essentially what I feel like he wants. And he ends it with Slayer. He just has that power behind it. That is his end tone. He is ready. He goes from hurt, pain, anguish, building up to false, to anger, just so much hatred for the Slayer. He's bringing it back down and becoming more calm by the end. Let me help you to see, Slayer, and just ends it out like that as the fight begins. What's your favorite voice line? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you want me to do more videos like this. I'm Allstin. Subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. Check out the next video here, okay? Bye.